I'm speaking to you today from another environment. I'm speaking to you from inside my apartment, and I have a little home remedy tip for those of you who are unfortunate enough to be suffering from toothache, unrelenting toothache, as I did a few months ago, actually over the Christmas holidays, and it was very, very annoying to say the least. It was alarming. It got worse at night as I read that toothache is often one to do for whatever reason. Maybe as you lie down in bed, the increased blood pressure may be in the area of the head and neck, and the oral cavity cause nerve endings to be more sensitive, or you're more aware of the pain, or for whatever reason. But it really got to the point where it was interfering with the quality of my life, and I avoided going to the dentist. I've avoided doing so far. I wouldn't recommend that you do that. I would tell you to go to the dentist right away if you have a toothache, because it may be masking some process that's going on inside the tooth. And also, you must keep in mind that even if the pain subsides, the pathology inside the tooth hasn't necessarily gone away. So just, as a disclaimer, let's say. But why am I saying all these things? Because I found that a few things actually helped in the short term until I started taking better care of my teeth, brushing more regularly, rinsing. And I have another tip in that regard. So brushing definitely helped. Obviously, what is going on is that as you take a meal, that the food that you're supplying in the area surrounding the teeth feed whatever germs are causing the toothache. So, but one thing that I found helped was using a solution that is high in alcohol. And one of these was, of course, the rinse, that the oral rinse that you can find in any supermarket, and the higher the alcohol, better, of course. The better. I use the highest concentration of alcohol, which is, I believe, 27%, if I'm not mistaken, and it's usually the one that has the yellow tinge. But also, when you've had like something, a snack, let's say, and you're lying in bed and you don't want to get up, and brush your teeth and rinse, which is of course the number one thing you should do, which is the second best alternative that I found. And I'm going to raise it slowly in front of the camera so you can see. What is this? It's vodka. It's Smirnoff. Now, I would think that any brand would do, but if you look closely, I don't know if the camera can get this, but it has a 50%, I think you can kind of see it, 50% volume concentration in alcohol. That means that half of what you're drinking is alcohol, which is of course one of the best antiseptics, both for bacteria and for viruses. So now every time I have something to eat and I'm lying in bed, like a sugary snack, and I know that I'm too lazy to get up and brush my teeth and rinse, I just take a sip of Smirnoff, 50% alcohol content by volume, and I see that the pain, now it's more or less thankfully subsided. But in those days, it was so severe that I would wake up in the middle of the night, and the only thing that I could have like close next to my bed and that would make the pain subside right away was thankfully my Smirnoff vodka, and a sip of that would be very helpful. So just as a little home remedy tip, until I repeat, you go to the dentist and see what is going on with your teeth. So you're welcome.